Imagine a man so deeply in love with his wife that he risks his life, crossing a flooded, raging river at night just to be with her. He arrives, soaked and triumphant, only to be met not with an embrace, but with a challenge. His wife's words struck him like lightning. If only you had this much devotion for Lord Rama, you would have found true salvation. This was the turning point for the man who would become Sant Goswami Tulsidas. Born into hardship and initially lost in worldly attachment, this moment of profound realization set him on a new path. He channeled all his passion into devotion, ultimately creating the timeless epic, the Ramcharitmanas. Through his simple yet profound poetry, he brought the story of Lord Rama to millions. In a language they could understand and love, his words still echo in temples and homes across India, a testament to a love story far greater than he ever imagined. What if the greatest love story wasn't about a man and a woman, but about a man and his God? Imagine a man so obsessed with his wife that he braves a flooded, raging river in the dead of night just to see her. But when he arrives, she tells him, if you had even half this devotion for Lord Rama, you would find true enlightenment. That single moment changed everything. This was the turning point for Goswami Tulsidas. He renounced his worldly life and channeled all that intense passion into devotion. From this spiritual fire, he created one of the most beloved texts in history, the Ramcharitmanas. He retold the epic of Lord Rama in the common person's language, making the divine accessible to all. His words, born from a redirected heart, continue to inspire millions today. If you were moved by this story, subscribe for more incredible tales of transformation. Have you ever heard of a baby born with a full set of teeth? Or one whose first word wasn't a cry, but the name of a god? This is the legendary story of Tulsidas. Born around 1532 in what is now Uttar Pradesh, India, his arrival was unlike any other. It's said he spent 12 months in his mother's womb, and upon birth uttered the name Ram. But this miraculous start was followed by tragedy. His mother passed away soon after, and his heartbroken father abandoned the child believed to be a bad omen. A kind maid took him in, but she too passed away when he was just 5 years old, leaving him an orphan to fend for himself. It was an incredibly difficult beginning for a boy who would one day become one of the most revered poets in history. To hear what happened next, make sure to follow for more. Thanks for watching. Picture this, a young boy named Rambola, completely alone in the world. His life takes a dramatic turn when he finds shelter with a wandering Sadhu. This chance encounter eventually leads him to his true guru, the wise Narharidas. Under his guidance, Rambola is initiated into the path of Rama Bhakti, a profound devotion to Lord Rama. His quest for knowledge then takes him to the sacred city of Varanasi. There he immerses himself in ancient scriptures, studying tirelessly. He grows into a learned Brahmin, respected for his wisdom and insight. But here's the twist. Despite his deep spiritual journey and profound knowledge, the pull of a normal, worldly life was still calling to him. A conflict was brewing within, one that would shape his destiny forever. Want to know what happens next? Follow for part 2. How far would you go for love? Would you cross a raging river in a storm? The legendary poet Tulsidas was so deeply in love with his beautiful wife Ratnavali that he couldn't bear to be apart from her for even a single day. So, when she went to visit her family across the Yamuna River, a violent storm erupted that night. Tulsidas was completely overcome with longing. He raced to the flooded riverbank, determined to reach her. In the darkness, he grabbed what he thought was a log to help him cross the treacherous waters. It was actually a floating corpse. When he finally reached her house, he saw a rope dangling from her window and used it to climb up. But it wasn't a rope. It was a snake. This story shows an unbelievable level of devotion, but what happened next would change his life forever. Follow to hear the rest of the story. Have you ever loved someone so much you'd do anything just to be with them? The great poet Tulsidas felt this way about his wife Ratnavali. One night, consumed by longing, he braved a dangerous storm and a raging river just to see her. But when he finally arrived, soaked and desperate, she didn't embrace him. Instead, She looked at him and said something that would change his life forever. She said, "If you had even half of this intense love for God, you would cross the ocean of life itself and find true freedom." Those words struck him like a bolt of lightning. In that instant, his world turned upside down. The obsessive attachment he felt transformed into a powerful spiritual awakening. That very night, Tulsidas renounced his old life and began his journey as a saint, dedicating every breath to a divine love. It's amazing how one sentence can change a person's destiny. Thanks for listening, and follow for more inspiring stories. Have you ever wondered how the epic story of Lord Rama became a household tale for millions? While the Ramayana is an ancient scripture, one man made it accessible to everyone, bringing the divine story from the temple right into our hearts. Let's talk about the great poet Saint Tulsidas, living a life of pure devotion, or Bhakti. He spent most of his time in the sacred cities of Ayodhya and Varanasi, completely absorbed in his love for Lord Rama. He saw that the divine story was mostly in Sanskrit, a language many couldn't understand. He had a mission: to share Rama's divine play, the Leela, with ordinary people. So, in 1574, on the auspicious day of Ramnavali, he began a monumental task. He started composing the Ramcharitmanas, retelling the story of Rama in beautiful Awadhi Hindi. It took him about 2.5 years to complete this masterpiece, creating a version that people could sing, understand, and feel deeply.
Thanks for watching.
If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more. Have you ever wondered about the story behind the Hanuman Chalisa, one of the most beloved hymns in the world? It was composed by the great saint poet Tulsidas, but his journey was anything but easy. Legends say that Tulsidas had a divine vision, a direct encounter with Lord Hanuman himself, which inspired him to write these powerful verses. But his deep devotion wasn't always accepted. He faced immense opposition and was even imprisoned for his faith. And through it all, his belief never wavered. It was in that confinement, filled with unwavering faith, that he composed the Hanuman Chalisa. Through his beautiful and simple words, he brought the story of Rama and Hanuman out of ancient texts and into the hearts of everyday people, making them beloved figures for the masses. If you found this story inspiring, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Imagine this. It's the year 1623. On the historic steps of Asighat in Varanasi, the great poet Saint Tulsidas breathes his last. But for a soul like his, the end is just a new beginning. His physical body may have departed, but his spirit is more alive today than ever before. Think about it. His masterpiece, the Ramcharitmanas, isn't just a book gathering dust on a shelf. It's sung in homes and temples across the world every single day. Have you ever been captivated by a Ram Lila play? That vibrant street theater telling the story of Ram? Tulsidas is the one who popularized these, turning an epic into a living, breathing performance for everyone. If you ever visit Varanasi, you can feel his presence at the Sankat Mokan Temple, which he himself founded. It stands today as a powerful beacon of hope for millions. Tulsidas left us a legacy not of stone, but of faith, poetry, and devotion. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories from history. Have you ever felt an attachment so strong that it felt like your whole world? What if I told you that very attachment could be your path to something greater? This was the reality for Goswami Tulsidas. His love for his wife was legendary, almost an obsession. But one day, a sharp comment from her became the turning point of his life. She questioned why he didn't show the same intense devotion to Lord Ram. That single moment didn't just break his heart. It awakened his soul. He channeled all that powerful emotion, all that pain and longing, into an unwavering devotion for Ram. His life teaches us that even the strongest worldly attachment can become a bridge to divine love. If Tulsidas could transform pain into poetry that has touched billions, so can we turn our struggles into devotion? Jai Shri Ram. Like, share, and subscribe for more timeless spiritual stories. Comment your favorite Tulsidas doha below. And so, through trials and tribulations, the light of Dharma always prevails. It's a timeless lesson that gives us so much strength and hope in our own lives. As we conclude, we leave you with this divine image of Lord Rama and Mother Sita, the very embodiment of righteousness, unwavering love, and compassion. Their journey is a beacon, guiding us toward a life filled with purpose and devotion. If these sacred stories resonate with you and bring you peace, we would be so grateful if you would subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us share this ancient wisdom with the world. And if you want to dive deeper into the ocean of devotion, the story of Hanuman awaits. The next video on your screen explores the powerful tale behind the Hanuman Chalisa. It's a story of incredible strength and selfless service. Click here to watch it now. Thank you for being with us. Jai Shri Ram. Have you ever wondered what shapes a legend? Journey back with me to 16th century India, to the small village of Rayapur. Inside a simple, rustic hut, a young boy named Tulsidas, barely 5 years old, finds himself utterly alone. Orphaned at such a tender age, his world is one of quiet sadness and uncertainty. The dust motes dance in the warm golden light of the setting sun, casting long shadows that seem to echo his loneliness. But then the doorway darkens. A saintly figure, calm and serene, stands before him. Look at the boy's face, the innocence, the hardship etched upon it. Yet as he gazes up, his eyes once filled with sorrow, now hold a flicker of hope. This was not just a chance meeting. It was the spark that would ignite the soul of a future saint. A poet whose words would inspire millions for centuries to come. This is where his incredible story begins. Follow for more. Before he was the revered saint who penned the epic Ramcharitmanas, he was simply a young man full of life and deeply in love. Forget the image of the old sage with a white beard for a moment. Picture this, a young Tulsidas, his eyes full of adoration, sitting beside his beautiful wife Ratnavali. Their home is modest, but the air is thick with warmth and affection. Dressed in traditional attire, they aren't just a couple. They are two souls completely captivated by each other. The way he looks at her, and she at him, tells a story of a love so powerful, it would eventually change the course of his entire life. This intimate, quiet moment is the start of an incredible journey. A love story that would ultimately lead to a devotion that has inspired millions for centuries. Thanks for watching. If you're fascinated by this untold story, make sure to subscribe for more. Imagine a love so consuming it drives you into the heart of a raging storm. This was the night that changed everything for the poet Tulsidas. The Yamuna River, swollen and furious, churned below. Rain lashed down and lightning ripped across the sky, revealing a man clinging to what he believed was a log desperate to cross. His heart burned with a single desire, to see his wife Ratnavali. He battled the raging current. Fueled by this intense longing, his face a mask of determination. When he finally reached her home, soaked and exhausted, he expected a loving embrace. Instead, he was met with shock. His wife, appalled by his recklessness, chastised him, saying if he had even half this devotion for God, he would have found salvation. In that moment, his world shattered. The obsessive love he felt for her turned to ash, sparking a profound spiritual awakening that would echo through centuries. What if the person you loved most gave you the harshest, most life-changing advice you'd ever hear? This is the story of the great poet Tulsidas. He was so deeply in love with his wife Ratnavali that he couldn't stand even a single night apart from her. When she went to visit her parents, Tulsidas, consumed by longing, braved a dark and stormy night to follow her. He crossed a raging river and climbed to her window, arriving drenched and desperate, expecting a warm embrace. But Ratnavali was horrified. Seeing his obsession, her face lit by a single oil lamp, she said, "You have so much love for this body of flesh and bone. If you had just half of this devotion for God, you would find true liberation." Her words struck him to the core. In that instant, his world turned upside down. This moment of rebuke transformed a man obsessed with earthly love into a saint devoted to the divine. Imagine the quietest moment, just before the sun rises. The world is still asleep, but one man is making a choice that will change everything. This is Tulsidas, and he is walking away from home. Look closely, there's no sadness on his face, only a serene determination. He's leaving behind the comfort of his home, the life he's always known, for the unknown path of the forest. He has traded his worldly clothes for simple saffron robes, a powerful symbol that his life now belongs to a higher purpose. This isn't an escape, it's an awakening. He realized his deep personal love was just a glimpse of a much greater, divine love. So, with each step, he's not losing his old life, but gaining a new one dedicated to devotion. This single moment of renunciation marks the true beginning of his journey, the one that would gift the world an immortal legacy. Follow us to witness the next part of his incredible story. Imagine this scene: an elderly man, his face serene and filled with devotion, sits in a humble room in the holy city of Ayodhya. This is the great poet's Sant Tulsidas. Before him are simple palm leaves, and in his hand a peacock feather quill moves with a steady grace. But this isn't just any writing. A soft, divine light seems to illuminate the space, guiding his hand as he pens the sacred verses of the Ramcharitmanas. He wasn't just writing a story. He was channeling a divine inspiration, bringing the epic of Lord Ram from the classical Sanskrit of the Ramayana into Awadhi, the language of the common people. Through his tireless effort and boundless devotion, he made the story accessible to millions, allowing its wisdom and love to enter every heart and home. This single act of creation became one of the greatest works of Hindi literature. For more incredible stories like this, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to see the divine face to face? For the great poet Sant Tulsidas, this wasn't just a dream. It was his profound reality. Picture this: Tulsidas, lost in deep meditation, his entire being focused on a single, heartfelt prayer. Suddenly, the space around him fills with an ethereal golden light, a warmth that soothes the soul. And from within this celestial glow, his beloved Lord Rama appears, his presence radiating peace and compassion. Beside him stands the mighty Hanuman, the perfect embodiment of devotion and strength. In that moment, Tulsidas is completely overwhelmed by devotional ecstasy. This sacred vision, this darshan, was the divine spark that ignited his spirit, inspiring him to write the timeless epic that has guided millions. It's a powerful reminder that true devotion can bridge the gap between our world and the divine. Thanks for watching, and follow for more inspiring stories. Have you ever felt the power of a story that travels through time? Listen, these beautiful verses you hear being sung in temples today, with so much devotion, all come from one masterpiece, the Ramcharitmanas. This was the life's work of the great poet Sant Tulsidas. He envisioned a world where the divine story of Ram could be understood and felt by everyone, not just scholars. He poured his soul into crafting a version in the people's own language, making it accessible to all. From the grand, colorful stages of Ramlila performances that captivate entire villages, to the quiet hum of a prayer in a modern home, his legacy is alive and breathing. It's a seamless blend of the ancient and the contemporary. You can almost picture him, an elderly, peaceful Tulsidas, watching it all unfold with a gentle, knowing smile. His words weren't just for his era, they were a gift for eternity. Thanks for watching. Follow us for more stories that connect our world. Have you ever wondered how deep, worldly love can transform into the highest form of divine devotion? Let's talk about the incredible journey of Sant Goswami Tulsidas ji. Before he was a revered saint, he was a man deeply, almost obsessively, in love with his wife, Ratnavali. One stormy night, his longing was so intense that he crossed a raging river just to see her. But instead of praise, he received a life-changing rebuke, Ratnavali told him. If you had even half of this devotion for Lord Rama, you would surely attain salvation. Those words struck him like lightning. In that moment, his world turned upside down. He renounced his old life and dedicated his entire being to the love of Lord Rama. This profound transformation gave us the immortal epic, the Ramcharitmanas, and the powerful Hanuman Chalisa. His story is a timeless reminder of faith and devotion. Jai Shri Ram. Thanks for watching and follow for more.